adultery? Is monogamy possible? I'd like you to welcome marriage and family therapist Dr. Jane Greer. She's also the author of, and you know something, somebody on this panel said this, Terry said it, "How could you do this to me?" Which is a perfect title for a book like this.
Thank you.
We've just had Jeffrey, who handles, as an attorney, handles many divorce cases. He has a certain vision or certain idea of what he thinks is going on. He's saying it's more women cheating these days. Women are less likely to hide it.
Let me tell you, men and women are cheating, and they're cheating for a variety of reasons. They're cheating because they're unhappy. They're cheating because they're feeling ignored. They're feeling that their mates are not responsive to their needs. And I see couples all day long, day in, day out in my office, who are upset that when they try to communicate their distress, their unhappiness to their mate, that it's falling on deaf ears. And so they become resentful. They get angry, their anger builds and builds and builds, and they start to feel that their partner doesn't find them desirable and attractive. Suddenly there's a cute guy or gal out there who's giving them those little, you know, winks and what have you.
And look at all these women in here going,
and they start to feel like they're attractive, like they're special, which is getting lost in the marriage.
Yolanda?
I just want to say that this is not a woman-male issue, bashing each other. This is about hurting people, hurting each other, you know, and learning how to forgive and mend those fences back. And what God can do to repair those hurts, you know,
also about
or not
trust.
even God. It's the love that you have for one another to repair.
Rebecca says it's also about trust. I mean, here
especially about trust.
Especially about trust. I mean,
agree.
that's really the bottom line, because even in friendships, I mean, trust is tantamount to pulling together a relationship. They didn't even have a situation where there was a real cheating, but just because she thought so.
The fear that their partner, that this person was going to go out and betray them, bred the mistrust, which made them suspicious, angry, resentful, and made it intolerable. Trust is the key ingredient.
And that was one of the questions I always asked my wife. I always ask her, how could you love me and not trust me? I would always ask her, I said,
while you were going out cheating.
But first of all,
no, now this is after we started to prepare and to mend the hurts. I was asking, you know, how could you still say that you love me and not trust me?
You know how? If a man is a good meal ticket, his wife can still love him.
However, I don't know why you're
Come here. This lady, I'm coming back. Yes, this lady said she's had it.
You must live next door to Ward and June Cleaver, because I don't remember the last time the man was the breadwinner of the family. First of all,
and in fact,
today, it takes two incomes. And those single-family households you were talking about are mostly women, and I'm one of them. And the man has left because this is not about trust. This is, what about me?
That's right.
Everybody's saying, what about me? And nobody's looking to the other person and saying, what about them?
Right.
That's Rolonda. That's an excellent.
Dr. Greer. I'm coming.
That's exactly true, because with our dual career parents and families nowadays, both men and women are out there working 9 to 5, if not longer, coming home.
You don't agree? Why not?
tell her.
Tell her why you don't agree. You tell her. What do you say?
My wife does not have to work because I have taken on the role.
But she didn't cheat on you. You cheated on her.
And so I've taken on the role to be responsible, be the man that God has made me to be, to take care of my family.
That is true, and that is wonderful. However, in the families where there are both people working, what happens is there's so much responsibility.
In society today, you have to work. Both couples have to work to make it. To have things that you want, you have to do that. And I know there's a lady in the audience saying that, what about why, when they got married, why didn't we just leave that on the door about me cheating? I thought we did that, but we didn't do that. When you hurt somebody, you hurt them deeply, and that's, I mean, can you imagine if that happened to you?
Just because you don't talk about it doesn't mean it's not still there. Right. Yes, you can't. Lady, I'm really going to get back to you, I promise. Yes, ma'am. Come on. Stand up.
They weren't married when this happened.
But the thing was,
you should have left it at the door. But no. But listen. But
no, the point is, she knew how I felt about her.
She knew how you felt, and you knew how she would feel if she caught you cheating. Y'all were married. That's two different things. It's real feelings involved when you're married and when you're dating.
It was real feelings involved with me from the beginning.
It hurts just the same whether you're married.
Rose, let's hear what you have to say. Rose, what are you saying?
It hurts just the same whether you're living together, boyfriend or girlfriend. You still have to rebuild the trust.
In the beginning.
From the audience here.
Well, I sort of agree with Jeffrey because I was always raised that, you look for a respectable wife to marry, and then you look for a husband who will be able to provide for you, and you look for a husband. And I think one of the reasons why there's all these problems is because people are really marrying each other without thinking about the future and thinking how they're going to raise their kids and what kind of morals they're going to give. And one of the reasons that, like, this divorce is, like, ruining our society completely. And there's so many kids being raised in single-parent homes, and I respect a single parent. I know that they're doing a very hard job, but it's not the right way to raise your kids, and it is creating a lot of problems.
You have anything to say? We're going to come right back to you. Up next, also, newlyweds attempt to salvage their marriage, although they both admit to cheating. Can they learn to trust one another once again? We're also going to find out how Rose keeps it together with her husband, who's right here. Believe it or not, they're married and still having an affair. Right after this, we'll talk about it.